Hey guys, it's Jedi Jack here. Today we'll be discussing what would happen if Ahsoka remained a Jedi after her trial. Please note this is all my opinion and your view of this could be completely different. Enjoy! Anakin would hold out his hand for Ahsoka just as the regular story went in the Jedi Temple. This time, however, Ahsoka would take it. Now, I don't think Ahsoka could have prevented Anakin's turn to the dark side. Anakin's love for Padme would be too strong. Ahsoka would leap up a nearby rock far from her group on Felucia. Aayla Secura would lead her troopers through the forests, while Ahsoka would investigate a small fire in the distance. She then felt cold, a disturbance in the Force. She turned just in time to see Commander Bly and his clone troopers strike down Aayla Secura. She would feel sick, betrayed, then she would run. Ahsoka would board her Jedi Starfighter and come into contact with Bail Organa. On her arrival on his ship, the TNT-4, she would be met by Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi. She'd bow her head in shame and tell them of Ayla's death. The Jedi would share the news of all the Jedi being struck down and would plan to head to the temple. Ahsoka would want to come, but Yoda and Obi-Wan advised her not to come. But she would anyway. As Obi-Wan had done, Ahsoka would discover the truth about Anakin becoming Darth Vader. Things would play out the same. This time, Ahsoka would join Obi-Wan to fight Vader. Padme would of course be strangled yet again, and Obi-Wan and Ahsoka would face Vader. Ahsoka would have a hard time keeping up with the duelists, but Vader would push her off the facility with the Force. Obi-Wan would cry in agony and face Vader one-on-one, attacking fiercely. In the original duel, Obi-Wan had been the defense as he knew Anakin was better on the offense. Therefore, he would have to move the duel to a place of his advantage, as in the high ground. However, Obi-Wan would feel for Ahsoka's death and would go on the offensive. Vader was stronger than Obi-Wan and he knew it. He would cut his arm off, slash his face, and then cut his leg off, making him crumble to the ground. Vader would raise his saber once more to kill Obi-Wan, but then something would change. Vader would gasp for air. He would look down to see a green blade poking out of his chest. He crumbled to the ground, revealing Ahsoka standing behind him. She would cry as she helped Obi-Wan to the ship with C-3PO's help. They would leave with the injured Obi-Wan and pregnant Padme. Padme would yet again give birth. However, next to her bed would be Obi-Wan's own bed. As always, Luke and Leia would be born and Padme would die. Obi-Wan would beckon Yoda and Ahsoka to him and tell them that these children would free the galaxy and must be trained as soon as possible. Ahsoka would take Leia and R2-D2 on a small transport with other slaves as soon as possible. Seeing it was headed to a distant planet, Lothal, in the Outer Rim. They were hoping for an Outer Rim planet. Yoda and Obi-Wan would part ways. Obi-Wan would leave to Tatooine, but this time he would adopt Luke and train him in the ways of the Force, while Yoda left to Dagobah. Quick note, C-3PO was given to Bail Organa. Not important, but if R2's got in this what if, 3PO needs to, right? Ahsoka would hide in an underground cave, a few kilometers from the capital. The Empire would soon arrive and set up in the city. Ahsoka, with no escape, would stay at home as much as possible to keep Leia safe. However, once a month, she needed to get food. 3 months after her arrival, the Emperor's new apprentice, the Grand Inquisitor, now entitled Darth Malak. Yes, I know that name is taken, but Malak is awesome, so I put him in the story. Malak would sense a strong connection in the Force. He would sense 3 beings of immense strength, although they were all young. Ahsoka would be out buying food when she sensed Leia was in danger. She would race home to find Malak holding Leia, with R2 being pinned by some debris. Ahsoka would ignite her lightsabers as Malak would put down Leia and ignite his lightsaber. They would duel a fabulous duel, but it was made clear Ahsoka was out of practice and Malak would have had some training from Palpatine. He would crush her with the cave's roof and leave her with a crying Leia. Across the galaxy, Luke would go hysterical in his crib. Obi-Wan would hold Luke and hush him. He sensed it too. He would be promising him that whatever happened, they would stop it. Ahsoka would emerge from the rubble hours later. She could feel her arm was broken and was bleeding. She emerged from the cave but sensed Malak was long gone. He had left as soon as he had crushed her. She began to cry and returned to her dwelling, helping R2 out of the rubble. R2 was pretty shaken, but could be repaired. Ahsoka then sensed something in the city. She would arrive at a small house and knock. A woman would see her and let her inside. "How can I help you?" she would ask. "That boy," Ahsoka would say. "He's strong with the Force." The woman would be confused. "You're a Jedi?" She'd turn towards her son, laying in a small crib, sleeping. The boy's name was Ezra Bridger. Ending note, guys, Malik had what he needed and left without thinking of Ezra. I hope you guys did enjoy this quick announcement. This is actually going to be a series all about them founding the rebels and fighting the Inquisitors and the Sith. It might even have a few different seasons. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of episodes of this. So this is episode number 1, the beginning, and then episode number 2 could be anything. Leave your suggestions down below and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys. Bye.